Eye on DFW Restaurant Week with Jim White, brought to you by Metroplex Cadillac Dealers.
Hi, I'm Garreth Dickey. Welcome to Dish Kitchen. Today I will be demonstrating one of the dishes we're going to be doing for Restaurant Week this year. First off, I'm going to lightly salt my scallops. These are U8 scallops. What that means is they're 8 and under per pound. Whenever the kitchen, we receive them, we always make sure that they smell nice and sweet like the seaside and are nice and translucent. So ultimate freshness. Now I've got my oil in my pan getting hot. Okay, I prefer deep cast iron skillets for this particular dish. Anyway, they heat up very well, maintain their heat so the scallops get a nice sear and become what we call caramelized. Okay, let's see what we got going. You can see it's nice hot. Scallops are getting a nice sear. Now while these are browning or searing off, I'm going to go ahead and get our carbonara started. Okay, now carbonara usually uses spaghetti, but in this case I'm going to use Israeli couscous, also referred to as pearl couscous. Has a great, wonderful mouthfeel to it, and it's just a little bit different. Okay, so I've got some rendered bacon. Add that to a pan. Technically, everything I've got here is already cooked, so I just want the pan warm enough to heat it all back up. Don't want to burn it. I'm going to add some roasted corn, some fresh thyme, touch of salt, kind of stir that. That thyme's already given off nice aromatic. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm going to take the couscous and add it to it and break that up. Okay. Now the reason it's clumped up together like that is as I cook it, a lot of people rinse their pastas off. I prefer not to because I like the starch in it. It gives it good flavor and also helps it bind together. Okay, so add a little bit of chicken stock. Disperse those flavors. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. Get that reducing down. Okay, now that's reducing down. I'm coming back over to this pan to check on the caramelization of the scallops. And beautiful. I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to give this one a little bit more time. Okay, now that chicken stock's starting to reduce, the starch from the couscous is going to help bind it. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, Parmesan Reggiano. Okay? That's going to act as a seasoning, so you get seasoning throughout. Also gives it a little bit of an umami flavor. It's beefy and salty. And it's also going to help the couscous bind together. So when we have our presentation, you'll get a nice pile of couscous on there. So let that go. See how this little guy is doing? Good. Okay, at this point, I'm just going to take a little bit of butter. I'm just going to do something we just call basting scallops. Okay, just take that butter with the oil over the top. Helps that caramelization a little bit deeper, brings out that natural sweetness in a scallop. Now you can cook scallops however you want to. I prefer serving them medium rare in the restaurant, so you don't get as much shrinkage in the scallop. I'm going to turn that off, but I'm going to let them sit there and rest there a little bit. And you get a nice, once again, super fresh, briny flavor of the ocean from medium rare scallop. All right, so we got this, and we're ready to go. See how it's nice and tight? Let me go back to using the spoon for this. I actually prefer spoons over tongs. All right, so we're pretty much ready to go. At this point, I've got a poached egg. Okay, this is what brings in a carbonara, makes it a carbonara. It's having a pasta with poached egg on top and bacon. All right, so I'm going to take it, I'm just going to heat it back up in a pot of simmering water. So now to plate the dish, here I've got a beurre blanc flavored with orange and lemon juice and black peppercorns. I'm going to take it, spread it around the plate, not too much. I think a lot of people go crazy with their butter sauces. Already dealing with a somewhat rich, full flavored dish, so you're just there to accent, to give it a little bit of citrus to brighten the dish up. And take the middle, let's do a nice pile of the couscous. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh arugula. Okay, it's going to give it a little bit of color and a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a peppery flavor. Just telling that around. I'm going to take the soft poached egg, put it right in the center. Then finish the plate with the seared scallops. Going to hit it with just a little bit of parsley. Garnish it, also brings the plate together. And there you have it, caramelized sea scallops, Israeli couscous carbonara, and citrus butter at Dish Restaurant. Thank you.
So what do you think, Chef? Is it good?
I'd eat it.
Brought to you by Metroplex Cadillac Dealer.